How in the world did I get to this point? How did I go from being a never EV person to having not one or two, but three EVs in my driveway? It was just a year ago where I told myself I would never purchase an EV. I had no desire to drive an electric vehicle. I couldn't see myself driving one. I was a gas person. As a matter of fact, I purchased that GT, that gas charger. When was it? August 30th of last year. I was just fully into gas and never imagined that I would ever fall in love with EVs. And the first domino was my wife. We purchased this Ioniq 5. I drove it home from the dealership. Something she wanted. She drives no more than 10 to 12 miles per day. So, hey, I thought it was cool. I drove this car home from the dealership about 25, 30 minutes. This is the car that got us started. Well, I ain't gonna say got us started because my wife had already did her research. This was the car that actually just got me to seriously think about an EV. There's plenty of leg room. It's quiet. It's fast. I was able to drive this car by myself. Guys who are married, if you are in a car with your wife and you're driving her vehicle, you got to drive it a certain way. You go speeding and hitting turns, slow down. So I drove this car home from the dealership and she was sitting right here, so I had to drive it a certain way. I had to run an errand and I was driving this car by myself. And I was like, okay, this is nice. I drive a Dodge Charger, and I believe this car is faster, has more get up than my GT. And that had me thinking, I went down to Charlotte and just wanted to test drive the Ford Lightning. Had no desire to buy that truck. So there was a 2022 Ford Lightning at the dealership with 1,500 miles, and they wanted $66,000 for it. So I test drove it. Got on Interstate 85, drove it up and down, fell in love with it, and I was like, okay, this is nice. So I told the salesman that I'm sold on a Lightning. I want to buy it, and I don't want to buy this one that everybody's test driving. I want to buy the floor model, the one that's in the showroom. I want to buy the one that no one has driven. I believe the truck had 8 miles, and the guy started laughing. And I said, okay, I'm serious. I want to buy the one in the showroom. And he laughed again, like I was joking. And I told him, I said, listen, if I tell you again that I want to buy this truck and you laugh, I'm going to take my money somewhere else. And he's like, yeah, you serious? I said, yeah, I want to buy this truck, so tell those people to get away from it. I want to buy it. And I did. I purchased the showroom model truck, fell in love with it. I mean, it was instant, and I just couldn't believe it because I had some time and I was just going down to test drive the car, the truck. I I had no desire to walk out of there and to trade my Sierra in. I had a Sierra Denali. Loved that truck, fully loaded. And I was not a Ford person. I've been driving GM vehicles for a number of years. I've had, that was my second Sierra. I had 3 or 4 Suburbans. I had 2 Tahoes, a Trailblazer, Malibu. I had it all. Was never a Ford person. And Ford made a believer out of me. I absolutely love this truck. I didn't compromise anything by buying this. There's plenty of leg room, there's space in the back. I have my cover, my hard cover. I love this truck. So here's the thing. I started driving it, and I purchased this truck on May 30th. Loved it. At the same time, when I was on YouTube looking up videos about the truck and learning about it, the Tesla Model 3 just kept popping up about all of the discounts that were available right now. And I was like, okay, I don't like Tesla. And started watching these YouTube videos, and there's several of my coworkers have Teslas, and one in particular, Robert Garrett. You can check out his channel. I started talking to him, and he was telling me all the benefits about driving that Tesla, which were the same pretty much benefits of driving this truck. And I did the same thing. I went down to the Tesla dealership in Charlotte. Actually, took my Dodge Charger, and I decided I was going to test drive a Tesla. I did, and I was just blown away. Once again, I decided at that point to trade in my Charger for a Tesla, and they were offering just a crazy amount, well below the value. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna drive this Charger back. Give me the VIN number. I put the $250 down, and I'll come back and I will purchase this, but I'm not gonna trade in my Charger. And I did. So June 8th, either June 8th or June 9th, forgot what day it was, I actually purchased my Tesla Model 3. I fell in love with this car. It was simple. I purchased the base model, Model 3. No, this is just the standard range, no bells and whistles. White, black interior. I didn't add anything. I didn't need a home charger. And the price was $37,000, $37,000 something dollars. I thought it was a steal. For $37,000. There was no way I was gonna pass this deal up. No way. $37,000. I went from being that person that said I would never drive an EV to purchasing 2, and the Ford Lightning and a Tesla Model 3 in a matter of 10 days. And now there's a strong possibility, because right now I have that Dodge Charger that I'm not driving. I don't care to drive it. I drove this car back and forth to Hornets games. That was it. I drove it on the weekend, but this was my go-to car whenever I'm a season ticket holder to the Charlotte Hornets. I can go from my seat to my couch in 40 minutes driving this car because I look like the police. And that was it. So the car's been sitting. I only have 8,775 miles on it. So 2022, I purchased this car on August 30th of last year. And today is the 4th of July. 11 months, 8,000 miles, almost 9,000 miles. I still owe on a Charger. I'm making payments on a car that I don't want anymore and that I'm not driving. So if I'm gonna make a monthly car payment, it's gonna be for something that I actually want and that I would drive. And I'm strongly considering, because of the tax rebates, to going back to the Tesla dealership and purchasing a Model Y. If I don't purchase that Model Y, more than likely it'll be something else. Maybe another Hyundai. I don't know. But once I do, I'll make a video. But if you're on that fence about never purchasing an EV, it's just the ride, the cost, the tax credits, not going to a gas station. It has cost me $4.29. Went to a supercharger in Mooresville. That was it. With my Ford Lightning, I charged at a BP and it cost us 67 cents. I charged at a BP in Huntersville, North Carolina. Charged for like 45 minutes. I just wanted to just check it out. It was I think it's a charge point. Whoever has the chargers at the BP gas station, 67 cents. When you purchase a Ford Lightning, Ford gives you 250 kilowatt hours of free charging. So we have a trip to Disney in a couple weeks. I'm actually going to take my Lightning, and it shouldn't cost me anything. Just using the Ford network. So that's how I got here. And if you want to check out some more videos, because I was that guy just a year ago, I would never, ever, ever purchase an EV. And now we have 3 in our driveway, 3 EVs. Hope you enjoyed the video. You can follow us. My wife is going to be on this channel. We're going to document driving an EV from North Carolina all the way to Disney and back. Stop at all of the charging stations along the way, let you see how long it takes. And never imagine we have a YouTube channel devoted to EV, but if you want to follow and see what the pros and cons are of having a electric vehicle, check us out.